Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes, it is Thursday. It's another day of the week. And I'd like to say good morning to everyone. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope everyone is okay, that you had a good night rest, that you are doing well, you are doing good in today. Yes, you know what time it is. It's time for home language, English home language for grade 8. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope everyone is doing good. Everyone is okay at the comfort of your own room, at the comfort of your own home. Let us quickly take the register. Let us see who is there with us today. Let us see who is with us today. If you are there, quickly write hi in the chat so we can see who is part of the lesson with us today. Yes, so today's lesson is going to be a bit more interesting. Yes, so at this point in time, I would like to ask you to have one of your textbooks nearby, because you are going to need it so that you can make better sense of what you will be learning today. So I'll just give you a moment to just have any of your textbooks. Okay, so it will be best if you could have your English textbook nearby, but if it happens that you have another textbook of another subject nearby, it is okay. So please have one of your textbooks nearby. You are going to need that for today's lesson. So any of your textbooks, please have it nearby for the purpose of our lesson today. Are we all ready? Do we all have textbooks nearby? I have a textbook. I have an English textbook nearby. All right, okay, we can get started. We can get started. All right. So today's lesson will be about pre-reading strategies. So yes, I know some of you could be thinking of the reading process, but this is not it. But this is part of it. Okay, this is something that we all need to know and understand. Okay, and you realize that when you know and understand these things, it really helps to inform your reading, and you will be able to find what you're looking for without wasting any time. Okay, so yes, I will show you some tips, some tricks in the lesson. That is why I asked you to have your textbooks nearby, so that you can be able to see what it is that which I am talking about. All right. So like I've said, today's lesson will be about pre-reading strategies. So if you remember from our prefixes, then you would realize that pre-reading, it means before reading. So these are the strategies, these are the things that which you need to know and understand even before you read anything, okay? It will really help you if you know what you're going to learn about today and how to use such knowledge. Okay, so let's continue without. So I hope every one of you have a book nearby. So what we did yesterday, remember yesterday we did punctuation marks. We learned about brackets, the colon, the semicolon, as well as the quotation marks. So that is what we did in the previous lesson yesterday. Okay. Then, all right, can we have someone to read the introduction for us? Can you have someone to read the introduction for us? Okay, Lesedi, send this up. Good morning, Lesedi. How are you today?
I'm fine, yes, sir.
I'm good, I'm good. Yes, can you read the introduction for us?
Yes, sir. Reading is like getting into a pool. You do not just dive in. Have one of your textbooks nearby.
Yes, thank you, Lesedi, for reading that for us. So yes, that is what we will be learning today. That I mean, I know that when you go to swim, you do not just dive into the water. You put your foot in first. You want to know how deep the pool is, if it's safe for you to really dive in that pool and all that. So even with reading, it is the same thing. Okay, you do not just take a book and open the book to page 24 because okay, you do not just take a book and turn to page 30 because today is the 30th and then you read whatever that which you find there. No, okay, you do not just get in. There are some things that which if you could know them, they will really just help you to really get more out of your reading. Okay, yes, I know that even with you I know you are that generation of wanting to get more for less. Okay, yes, you want to use minimum effort so that you can get maximum results. And if that being the case, then this is a good way to go about it. Okay, so that you do not have to waste your time. Okay, I hope everyone has a textbook nearby because you are going to need it for our lesson. Okay, here is our quote for today. Like many other days, knowledge is power. And I think in this lesson specifically, that is where you will get to understand and realize that yes, when you know something, when you know about what we are going to be doing today, you will really be empowered. It will empower your reading. Okay, so yes, I remember I said have a textbook. I see some of you here, you have your study guide. Okay, it's fine, it's okay. That can also do, that will also do. Okay, so if you have your textbook and your study guide, that will do. Okay, yes. So in our lesson, we will be looking at these features of a text. So text features, you realize that you realize that your textbook or your study guide, it has titles, it has headings, captions, as well as illustrations. Okay, then not only that, another thing that which you will get to see and realize would be the following parts of a book: the titles page, the table of contents, the chapters, glossary, the index, the appendix, as well as the footnotes. Okay, so in today's lesson, I will be explaining each one of all these features, where to find them in a book, as well as what they help us with. All right, so let us start here. Let us see where you are as far as these are concerned. So is there anyone who can tell us what is a title? What is a title? So yes, I'm going to ask you about what all these things are, and then I am going to build on the knowledge that which you already know. So what is a title? So what is a title? So anyway, if you're wondering why I asked for you to use a textbook or a study guide, it is because if maybe you take your reader or your novel, you realize that some of the features that which I have here, they may not be there. Okay, so all these features we will be discussing today, they are always found in your study guide or in your textbooks. In your readers, many of these features will be there, but a few may not be there. So then it is best if you have your textbook or your study guide so that you can be able to see all these features that which we will be learning about today. So that is the reason why I asked you to have a textbook or a study guide and not a reader or an anthology. Yes, no. Okay, so I see in the chat Helene and Natalie saying that a title, it is the name of a story. It is the name of a book. Yes, so that is a title. Then number 2, what is a heading? What is a heading? What is a heading? What is a heading? You all said that the title is the name of a book or the name of a story. Yes, I do agree. And what is a heading? Okay, so we have Natalie in the chat saying that a heading is the name of a specific section of a book or the name of a chapter. Okay, Musa, okay. Okay, remember now we are on heading. Okay. We are done with title. So now we are on number 2 heading. What is a heading? Do you all agree with Natalie about what a heading is? Okay, so that is a heading. Then let's go. Okay, the heading, it is the type. Okay, it is the name of a specific section of a book. No, the name of a specific section. No, I'm sorry, that is not a heading. That is a chapter. So what is a heading? Natalie, what you've said, it is a chapter. The name of a specific section in a book, that is a chapter. Okay, but then the name of a specific section within a chapter, that is a heading. Okay, so the name of a section within a specific chapter, it is a heading. All right, okay, and then what is a caption? What is a caption? What is a caption? Yes, you being that generation which likes to take pictures and selfies, I would expect you to know what a caption is. So what is a caption? What is a caption? Okay, Natalie has a question. Natalie says, could it be the heading under the main heading? Remember, Natalie, there is a heading. Okay. It is like this. There is a chapter. Okay, and inside the chapter, there are main headings. And within a main heading, there is a subheading. Okay, so yes, Natalie, that is how it is. So it is a chapter. Under a chapter, there is a main heading, and under a main heading, there is a subheading. So usually in many books, you would realize that a chapter is written with the biggest font. Yes, it is written with the biggest font, and it is usually in bold. And the main heading is also like that, but the main heading's font size is smaller than the font size of a chapter, and the subheading is smaller than the main heading. Okay, so then that will really make it easy for you to really differentiate them. Okay, so yeah, That is why I said, please have a book nearby. It will be very, very easy for you to see all these things that which we will be learning about if you have a book, so that you can see where they are. Okay, I know that, okay, for all these years you have been reading, but now we are getting to that point where we start to pay attention to these things, because now we realize how important they are to help us to understand. Okay, so a caption, okay, Lesedi says a caption is the text right under a picture. That is true. Tessa says a caption is an explanation. It is the explanation in the book, or in the book next to a cartoon, next to a picture. Yes, so that is a caption. Then what is an illustration? So Nkanka doesn't tell us what an illustration is, but he says that in illustration provides an explanation. So usually you realize that an illustration, it is a picture in a book. Okay, so if, for example, the book that I have, it is a book about birds, then as an illustration, I will see a picture of a bird, whether it will be an eagle or an ostrich, a chicken, or whatever bird that which it may be. Okay, so I see you have a good grasp of all these. Okay, next we're going to part of a book. Remember, here I'm still asking you so that I can see where you are before I start to explain all these features, where to find them in a book, and how and what we use them for. So in a book, we have the titles page, the table of contents, chapters, a glossary, the index, the appendix, as well as the footnotes. All right, okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the text features, the first text feature, we have the title. Okay, so here, the title, remember here we are talking about a book. So in this case, the title will be the name of the book. Okay, so what is the title of the book that which you have on you right now? Type for me the title of the book you have right now. And another thing about the title is that a title of a book, it appears on the front of the book. And so that is the thing about the title. Okay, so the title of the book also includes the information about the author, the edition, as well as the publisher of the book. Okay, so the book that which I have on my table right now, it says English Home Language. Okay, learner's book for grade 8. And then here it tells me the authors of the book, as well as the publisher of the book. Okay, so that is the title. The title, it is at the front of the page. So even when you go to a bookstore, the title of the book is the first thing that which you are going to see. And you'll also realize that when you look at the spine of the book, yes, when you look at the spine of the book, you will see the very same things. You will see the name of the book, the author, as well as the logo of the publisher. Okay, remember, where is the spine of the book? For you to locate the spine of the book, follow these steps. Just look at your book on its front cover. Open the book. Open the book. Okay, and when you open the book, we start reading the pages inside. On the right side is the front cover of your book. On the left, there is the back cover of the book, and on the middle of the back cover and the front cover of the book, there is a spine. Okay, so a spine, it is that section of the book that which you will see if you go to the library and you find the books as they are stacked on the shelf. The first thing you're going to see when you see the book in the library, it will most likely be the spine. And you'll see that on the spine, they wrote the name of the book, that is the title of the book, the author, the edition of the book, as well as the logo of the publisher. So yes, that is what the title of the book is, and that is where you find it. Okay, you find it at the front of the book. I think that is straightforward enough. But if it happens that you need clarity on something, please do not hesitate to ask. No matter how easy you think it is, no matter how obvious you think it is, please do not take that risk, okay? Just ask. All right, just ask. Just ask your question. No matter how easy you think it is, no matter how obvious you may think it is, please, please, please do not do any injustice on yourself by not asking whatever question that which you have. Okay, then next up, okay, a text will have a heading. So here it will really be any text. It does not have to be a book. So since today it is the 30th, let us all go to page 30 of whatever book that which you are having. Let us all go to page 30 of whatever it is that which whatever book that which you are holding. Let us go to page 30. Let us go to page 30. I just hope that you will find what you are looking for. Okay, for the sake of for the sake of us finding the heading, let us just go to page 30. Okay, or okay, it's fine if you do not want to go to page 30. If it happens that you do not like the number 30, just go to the page of your favorite number. Okay, so I choose 30 because today is the 30th. Okay, yeah, and many people really love the 30th because it is usually the month end. So yeah, let us all go to page 30, or you can go to the page number of your favorite number and see if you can find the heading there. If it happens that there is no heading, please go to the next page. Okay, so I couldn't find the heading in page 30. I couldn't find it also in page 31 and 32. So I'm finding it in page 33. All right, so in page 33, there is the heading there. All right. So what is the heading on your page? Did you find it? Did you find the heading in the page that which you are at? Ah, okay, good, good, good. So anyway, you realize that the number at the bottom of your page, it is the page number. I know you know that, but yes, let us say that in passing. So the number you find there at the bottom, yes. So a heading, so you realize that a heading, it is the title at the top of the page. Okay, so you realize that the title at the top of the page, it is your heading. So what is your heading there? Okay, in the book I have, the heading is literal and figurative language. Okay, literal and figurative language is the heading of, yes, it is the heading of the page that which I am at. So what is the heading of the page that which you are at? Okay, so for Natalie, it is the reflection of light. That is a very interesting topic in natural science. And for Teza, it is the origin of day and night. Wow, wow, okay. For Nkanka, it's irregular verbs. Okay, so yes, those are the headings, those are the headings. So one thing about the heading is that you realize that it is usually written in boldface letters. Okay, it is usually written in boldface letters. Check check the heading in your book. Is it true? Check it if it is written in boldface letters. Yes, mine is written in boldface letters. And you realize that, remember, boldface letters, okay? Bold, it is the type of a font. So yes, if, okay, in the next few lessons, we will have a lesson next week where you will be having to write a letter. And when I show you that, I will show you different types of fonts, okay? I will show you different types of fonts. Yeah. So in this case, a heading is written with a bold font. Okay, so bold font, it means that it is dark. Like, okay, thank you, Lesedi. It is a thick, dark writing. It is a thick writing, a thick, dark writing. So headings are usually written with thick, dark writings so that they are easier for you to to find. Okay, so as you have said, Natalie, that your heading is the reflection of light. So if it happened, Natalie, that I was your natural science teacher, and I say open the page, open the section of the reflection of light, then it will be easy for you to find it because it is written in boldface. Okay, so then it will be easy for you, to find it because it is written in a font that is different from the other text in the book. Okay, another thing is that the letters and the numbers of different sizes and styles that which are used in the printing or the writing, they are called font types and sizes. Yes, so for a heading, the font type is bigger, as well as the font type is usually bold, and the font size is bigger for a heading. Okay, so that is the thing with headings. Now let's move on to go to captions. So anyway, look around that page the way you are and see if you can find the page which has a picture. Is there a page with a picture? If you could find a page with a picture there, just look for a page with a picture. You would realize that if you find a page with a picture, you would realize that next to that picture, there are words which are printed near or on a picture that explain what is shown in the picture. Okay, so all those words, we call them a caption. So you may really think of it this way, ne? If I am on social media and then I post a picture of myself on the beach, and then I say there's swimming at Margate Beach. Okay, so you realize that all those words that which I type, those words are the caption, because they tell you about about the picture I've posted. So since I posted the picture of myself at the beach, then I say swimming at the Margate Beach, then you get to understand that, oh, okay, so here he is at the beach. And from the caption, you get to understand that what I'm doing there, I'm not just watching other people swim, by the way, but also myself, I am swimming. Okay, I went there so that I can take a swim at the beach. Okay, so all those words that which describe my picture, those words are the caption. I know this is something that we should usually see in your social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. It is very rare that you'll find a person just posting a picture. You'd realize that a person will post a picture and say something about it, and whatever that which they say about that picture, we call it a caption, because it tells us more about the picture. Then the next feature is what we call an illustration. So an illustration is a picture, a drawing, or a photograph. Okay, so a picture, a drawing, or a photograph that is used to decorate a book or to explain something. Okay, fine. So in this case, an illustration has two uses. Number one is to decorate a book. Okay, so where will you decorate a book? You'll usually decorate a book at the front of the book. Okay, why? Because the front of the book is the first thing that a person sees. All right, so let us go back to the front or the cover page of our book. Is there a picture there? Chances are that yes, there will be a picture. So in the book that which I have, the picture is two masks. Okay, one mask is a happy mask, another mask is a sad mask, and these two masks are in the background of a brown and green color. Yes, so that is the illustration to decorate the book. So if I go to any page inside, let me see, peekaboo. Okay, I just opened to page 218. So in the shape here, I see a person who's wearing something and they are sitting on the table, and then I see a thief with a briefcase running away. Okay, so that is an illustration. So from there, I can really see that, okay, this article here is about someone who stole something. Okay, so this is about someone who stole something. Yes. So anyway, even in a page, an illustration can be used to decorate a page, because you realize that a book which only has written text without a few pictures here and there may not really be appealing to the eyes. Yes. Okay, so now we are going to get to the parts of a book. Here are the parts of a book: the titles page, the table of contents, chapters, glossary, index, appendix, as well as the footnotes. But now we are going to go through them one by one. So the part of a book, so the first one is the title page. Okay, so the title page, this is the page at the front of a book that shows its title, the name of the writer, etc. Okay, so remember, the title page, it is not the front cover of the book. Okay, so please close your book. Let us all close our books so that we can locate where the titles page is. So close your book. Okay, so after you have closed your book, just open it. Okay, so when you open it, you are going to see the first page. So in the first page of the book, you will see there on the first page of the book there, that is your titles page. And on your titles page there, you will see the title of the book. You will also see the name of the author or the name of the writer of the book, and you'll also see the publisher. Okay, so those are the things that which you are going to see when you open your book. Okay, so that is what you're going to see, the title page. Is there anyone who's having a problem to locate the title page? If you have a problem to locate the title page, you can raise your hand and we will help you. Okay, so yes, when you just open your book, the first page you see there, it is your title page. It shows us information about the title of the book, the name of the author or the writer of the book, as well as the publisher of the book. So that is the information that which we find at the title page. Okay, and if you can turn immediately just behind the title page, you will find a lot of things there. Okay, you'll find again the title of your book. You'll also see some copyrights there. You know, it will tell you copyright and the name of the author, as well as the date, the year, you know, and it will also tell you about, yes, it will also tell you about some copyright laws. Let me read the one I have here. It will say, okay, the one I have here, it says, all rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronic, photocopying, recording, or otherwise, without the prior written permission of the copyright holder or in accordance with the provisions of the Copyright Act 1978 as amended. Any person who commits any unauthorized act in relation to this publication may be liable for criminal prosecution and civil claims for damages. Okay, yes, so yeah, there are stuff like that, you know, it is those scary stuff. So yeah, that is what we find immediately just behind the title page. Okay, and then after that, you will find the table of contents. See if you can find the table of contents in the book that which you have. So you see, this is the reason why I asked you to use a textbook or a study guide instead, because chances are that you find that with novels or with readers, they usually, okay, some of them, they do not have the table of content, and it really makes sense. Even if I was an author of a novel, I will not have a table of contents. Why? Because I will want you to read the whole book from start to finish, not just look at the table of contents and only read the chapters which have the interesting titles to them. So yes, table of contents. So a table of contents is a list of the titles of chapters or the sections that are contained in a book. All right, so it is a list of the titles of the chapters or the sections that which are contained in the book. Okay, so what does the table of contents help you with? So the table of contents, it helps you to find specific information. Okay, I mean, a book really has a lot of things. So a table of contents, it helps us to find specific information. So if this is my English textbook and I am looking for information about adjectives, then I will go to the table of contents and I will see where can I find adjectives. Then when I look, I see that, oh, adjectives, I can find information about adjectives on page 56 to 57. Then I will go to page 56 and 57 to find the chapter which talks about adjectives. You see, so that is how a table of contents can really help us. It helps us to locate the information that which we want easily and quickly. Then you also have chapters. So remember, in the table of contents, that is what you will find. You will find the listing of chapters. They tell you that chapter 1 is found from page 1. Chapter 2 starts at page 30. Chapter 3 starts at page 60. Chapter 4 starts at page 75, so on and so forth. So a chapter, it is the section into which a book is divided. Okay. So remember, all these pages that which I clipped together and I covered, this is a book. Okay, so you realize that the book will be divided into sections, and all those sections, they are called chapters. You have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, etc., etc., etc. So all those sections into which a book is divided, we call them chapters. Yes. And then we have a glossary. Glossary. So a glossary, it is a list of difficult and unfamiliar words that appear in a book with explanations of their meanings. Okay, let's say it says his book says theme and not a chapter. Yes, let's say it is okay, it's fine. It can say theme, but then those themes are actually chapters. Okay, so those themes are chapters, let's say it is, so it is okay. So now we are on the glossary. Usually you will find the glossary at the end of your book. Okay, but not every book has a glossary, but many of them do. So you'll go at the back of your book. Usually you'll find glossaries at textbooks for mathematics and natural science. So in your English textbook, chances are you may not find the glossary. You may not find it. Okay, so you'll usually find the glossary at the end of maths and natural science textbooks, history textbooks. Why? Because chances are you came up with some other words that which you didn't understand, or you came up with some words that which you knew, but then they mean something different in the sciences. For example, such a word is, okay, you know, like in natural science, we have the word, in natural science, we have the word mass, okay, M-A-S, no, okay, let me not use mass. We have the word weight, yes, the word weight, weight, let me write it in the chat, weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, weight, okay? So we have the word weight in the natural science, and it doesn't mean the same as it means in our common everyday language. Okay, so in our everyday English, what is weight? In our everyday English, weight is the mass. Okay, so weight is how much you weigh. It is your mass. So if, let's say that you weigh 50 kilograms, let's say if you step on a, when you step on a mass scale, it points to 50, it points to 50, which means that you weigh 50 kilograms. Okay, so you weigh 50 kg. Okay, that's fine. So then in our common English, we will say that your weight is 50 kg. But then when you go to physics, when you go to natural science, if you say that your weight is 50 kg, you will get it wrong. Okay, they will tell you that 50 kg is your mass. Therefore, if you want to calculate your weight, you will take your mass of 50 kg and multiply it with the gravitational acceleration, you know. So they say that here weight is a force, okay. So they say that weight is not your mass, but weight is the force that which you are exerting on the earth, okay. So you see, yeah, so because of that there will be a glossary at the end of your book so that they can explain such words. So difficult words and unfamiliar words, they are given explanations of their meanings at the end of a book, at the section that which they call a glossary, okay. So it may happen that in your English textbook you may not find the glossary. Glossaries are usually more common in scientific texts, in scientific books, in science books. That's where you usually find the glossary. Then next we will find what we call an index. An index, and every book has an index, whether it is your math textbook, your English textbook, your natural science textbook. At the end you'll find an index, okay. What is an index? The index is the alphabetical list. So an index, it is the alphabetical list certain thing which is mentioned can be found. Okay, so that is the index. All right, let me write it that. So the index is the alphabetical list that shows on which page certain things which are mentioned are found. So that is an index, okay? So if I want to know which pages in the book talk about adjectives, then I will go to the back of the book and I will find the index, and then I would look for adjective. Okay, so here I found the adjectives. So pages which deal with adjectives is page 42 and page 43. So here I can go to page 42 and 43 and find out where adjectives are dealt with. And another thing about the index is that it tells you the pages where you can find a certain word. So if I'm looking for the word adjectives, it will tell me, it will give the listing of each and every page where the word adjective is mentioned, okay? So even if it happens that in page 150, it is about adverbs, but then there is the word adjective mentioned in page 150, it will also include it in the index. And then we have the appendix. So appendix, it is a section which is found at the end of a book, which gives us extra information, okay? The appendix is placed at the end of the main text in a book. Usually you will find an appendix at the end of your science book. At the end of your natural science book, you'll go at the back. Maybe at the appendix, you will find the periodic table of elements, you know, you will find the specific heat capacities of different things, you know, you will find the symbols of minerals or things like that. Yes, maybe at the appendix, you'll find a list of scientists, you know, and things like that. So an appendix, you'll usually find it at the end of the book, and it gives you extra information. And then we also have footnotes. So a footnote, it is a note which is found at the bottom of the page that gives you more detailed information about something which appears on that page. Okay, so footnotes, usually you'll find them in scientific texts as well. So if it happens that, okay, I am reading about light, okay, so then there will be a footnote there telling me about where I may find more information about lights. Okay, maybe there is a link to a website where I might find more information about lights. Okay, or maybe there is a footnote at the bottom of the page telling me about another book which could be a good source for me to read about light. Okay, so yes, that is the things that which we find in the footnote. So all those are the parts of a book. So remember, so unfortunately, this is the end of our lesson. So one thing that which you need to remember is that the pre-reading strategies, they really help us to read. Okay, they really help us to read. You realize that by knowing and understanding all these features, They will really help you to become a better reader. They will really save you time when you look for specific information inside a book. Okay, yes. So this is the end of our lesson. Tomorrow we will be doing tenses. So please join us for that. So yes, today this is what we talked about, text features such as the titles, the headings, the captions, and the illustrations. And we went through the part of a book, the titles page, the table of contents, chapters, glossary, index, appendix, as well as the footnotes. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you did not tear any one of your books when you were opening it and closing it during this lesson. Remember to stay home and stay safe. Wash your hands regularly. If you go somewhere, please wear your mask and remember to practice social distancing. And from all of us here at STEM Digital School, we love you. Say goodbye. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let us meet again same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.